So how do you build a strategic content strategy that helps you reach your target market and break through the noise? I've got some tips coming up. Hello everyone and welcome to Expert Influencer Academy. I am your host Charles Watson, the founder of Expert Influencer Academy. And on this channel we show you how to position, package, promote, and monetize your content across the top 5 social media platforms. If this is your first time to our channel, please consider subscribing. Guys, today I want to talk to you about how to make a really successful and engaging content marketing strategy for social media. You know, these days it's really hard to ignore the power of social media, especially when Facebook boasts 2 billion users. At last report, LinkedIn prides itself on 450 million profiles, and the fact that 93% of Pinterest users access their accounts to make online purchases daily. I mean, with all this traffic and these stats, social media, your brand and your business cannot afford to miss out being on social media. Unfortunately though, blindly jumping in and sharing pieces of content across all social media platforms might not be the best technique and might not bring the best results that you're looking for. Each platform is different and each one has a unique personality. The challenge you face as an entrepreneur, influencer, small business owner is knowing how to create content that will engage your audience. No worries though, here are 3 tips to help you tighten up your content and break through the noise. Tip number 1, and I'm going to say this right now, this is important, so pay attention to this. In order to produce a successful social media content strategy, your content must do these 3 things. Number 1 is appeal to the heart. You know, Maya Angelou had a quote that said, I've learned that people will forget what you say, they'll forget what you do, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And that is super important. When using emotional appeal to provoke an action, you have to ask yourself, what is it that you're trying to convey in your content? Are you trying to convey pride, hope, compassion, maybe fear, anger, reverence? You really got to build your message and pitch around not only expertise and logic, but you really need to weave in the emotion into your message. You can accomplish this by sharing a part of yourself that is authentic and real. Peel away the mask and let your true self shine through in your content. Your audience is going to notice and they're going to appreciate you for it. Tip number 2, your content needs to be shareable. So check this out. Tell me if this sounds familiar, because it does for me. You see a piece of content on social media and then less than a day later or a day later, it's all over the web. And it looks like the creators, they didn't even try. And suddenly, as if by magic, thousands of people share it and it ends up going viral. And then there's your content. You're sending it out to everyone on social media, email, messenger, yet you're not getting the traction you want. I'm going to tell you, one of the easiest ways to create content that people want is to look at what's worked for others. When, as a content creator and in your niche, you really want to pay attention and do competitive research. Make a list of your top 5 competitors and their social media channels that they're on and that you're on as well. And then you want to take a look at the last 6 months of content that they have produced and figure out what's working for them. Also, you really want to pay attention to what didn't. You know, are they posting blogs? Are they posting videos? Are they posting engaging pictures to Instagram? Tailor your content to look more like theirs. Listen, you don't have to reinvent the wheel to be successful. You just gotta alter it, make it unique, and bring something different to the table. And I'm gonna say this right now, do not copy your competitors. You wanna be original, you wanna bring originality, and you really wanna infuse your personality into your content to make it shine through. And finally, guys, the third tip is be native to the platform. And this is super important. You know, no one social media site works exactly the same. They may be similar, but the mindset of the user is totally different. You just can't make a piece of content and then think that Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube are going to react to that piece of content in the same way. Users come to those specific platforms for different types of information, and they're really into different mindsets when they approach these platforms. Let me give you an example. Let's take Amy. Amy is a 41-year-old soccer mom, and she uses Facebook to keep up with her world. You know, in the morning, she's checking her news feed to see how her friends and family are. She's checking in with the kids' soccer group to make sure that she makes it to practice on time. She's watching quick news clips about the weather and her commute, you know, to work this morning. Then maybe in the afternoon on her lunch break, she's looking for quick and easy kid-friendly dinner recipes that she can make on the fly because she's pressed for time. And then when it's all said and done, and at night when the kids are in bed, maybe Amy jumps on Instagram to look for inspirational quotes for the next morning. Or maybe she jumps on Twitter and gets involved in some conversations on some parenting blogs, things like that. So just as your prospects needs and uses for social media change, your content needs to adapt and be ready for your target market to consume. And this is important. Your content needs to be available to be consumed in the format and the time frame that your target market chooses. They consume your content on their time, not on your time. So it has to be catered and it has to be optimized to the platforms that you are posting for. In closing, guys, as an influencer, small business owner, blogger, promoter, you must familiarize yourself with how the different platforms work and how they and how people use these platforms to engage with others. Really, the one-size-fits-all strategy just really doesn't work anymore. Creating pieces of micro content in the formats of each specific platform, it's going to give you a greater chance to get noticed, and it's going to give you a greater chance to cut through the noise. Listen, is it a lot of work? Yes. But what else are you going to do? Being an influencer and an entrepreneur, it doesn't mean that you don't work hard. In fact, many will tell you that they've never worked harder or put in more work in their entire life. But you know what they say? If you believe and you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Well, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. What social marketing strategies are you using? What strategies have been successful for you? What strategies haven't been successful for you? Let's start a conversation down in the comments below. I can't wait to hear from you guys. Maybe we can hash some more strategies out. All of the information in this video has been inspired by the book Ask Gary Vee by Gary Vaynerchuk, and I will put a link to that down below. And finally, if you like this, please hit that like button. Please share it with someone you think might benefit from the information inside. And don't forget to check out our website, expertinfluenceracademy.com. We've got tons of tips. We have our blog posts. We have our Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast archive there. We are now on Podbean, where I bring you specific news, tips, and strategies every week from the influencer marketing space. That's Expert Influencer Network News. Hop over on Podbean and check that out. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you in the next video.